I've started the recording. This is Design 301. It's for our lecture. It's at 1 o'clock. My apologies for posting the reschedule for the wrong class for noon. But that's okay. You'll get it right now. And this is our midterm review week. So the only thing there's no reading list or anything. There's just our midterm template to fill out. And you will see you get 2 points just for doing this stuff, as you always do. And you will see here that everybody's got sort of a different thing to do, just a little bit different. So everybody's presentation file should end up looking just a little bit different. I had some questions on this one. And so, like, how do you do that? And so remember, this was in week 2 in Workspace Setup. If you go to the week 2 playlist, Workspace Setup will tell you how to change the color of your background. What I demonstrated in the thing was changing it from black to white, but of course all the other colors are available too. So that's what I mean by making the workspace with this color. So I did have a question on that. I also had a question on, let me get back into here. I know that edit command one is like, it's like, it's hard to tell somebody what to do with just words. So don't worry about it if you have some questions on that one. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to answer a few questions that were on. And so here we go. Sorry if you hear my dog barking in the background. And I'm not going to bother to change my background right now. I'm just going to go open my file. And I'll go find. Go week 8, and I'll do, not that one, not the one I wanted. Three. So a couple of questions. To create a fillet means that these two lines come together somewhere up here if you were to extend them. And you can just type in the word fillet and tell it the radius you want. That's something you're supposed to know how to do. So that's what that one is, create a fillet. When I say make your workspace the color that you were assigned, I mean to actually go and do that. So that your snip looks like this horrible, ugly thing. That's what I'm looking for. And it'll look terrible on the middle presentation. But when I open it up, this is your own personal workspace. It doesn't go with the file. So when I open your file up to see how it looks, it'll be back to looking okay. All right? So that's okay. And when I say to trim this away, I mean that you should end up with this line and this part of the line. This part should be gone. This part of the line should be gone. Those are the ones that I've had questions on so far that I haven't already answered, I think. Wow. Getting back to this after seeing that green is really hard to see. I hope it's not as bad for you. Let me see what other ones might be in here. Haven't had any questions on that one yet. Lots of questions on that one. My apologies. That's the best I can do. By the way, this is taken from part of an exam for a company that does traffic control drawings. So any public traffic work, if you're going to do road work, you have to supply a traffic abatement file, which tells people exactly where to put the cones because there's laws about it. I'll tell you, design is really cool. There are so many areas of design that you can totally get into. And Sacramento has two of the state's, actually the West Coast's largest traffic amelioration design companies that there are on the West Coast. And so one of them gave me a copy of part of their little their test. They say, I plop a person down and have them do this. And these were taken from that in a way. Obviously, I didn't take exactly the person's test, but I took their skills and redid them. So this is an interview test for a traffic control design company in Sacramento. And they regularly hire our graduates. And the people that have been with them, most of them stay anywhere between 2 and 10 years. The first person that they hired was 10 years ago, and that person is now a part owner of the company. And so that's really cool. And so they've hired a bunch of our people, and they really like us. Okay, so there's that one, part number 4. This one I haven't had any questions on yet. Hopefully you're all kind of moving along on that one. Do your best. If you've got something pretty close, that's good. This one I have not had any questions yet. And this one I have had a question. So now, if you've been working away on VMware, I got to get rid of this. Sorry. I got to wow, that is horrible. Wow. And you save this file, save as, and I put it on my desktop. And I go, whoo, there it is. I've saved my work. That's really good. Remember, this is gone as soon as you log out. We have deep freeze and it wipes this clean. And so if you've been doing that and then just taking your snips and putting it into your submittals, you basically have no files left over that you can use. So if that's the case and you have no files, please email me and I'll tell you how to take care of problem number 6, where you're supposed to upload a whole bunch of your old files. Now, the way you're supposed to do it if you're on VMware, to go to this PC thing, and then find your W number drive. Everybody in this class has one. And double click on it, and you put your work in there. This gets erased 1 week before the start of the spring semester. And sometimes I can get them not even to do it then, to wait a year. Okay, but this will keep it. Anything else you save, if you save it in your documents, gone. If you save it in your pictures, gone. If you save it in your downloads, gone. It's gone. If you go to your C drive and you go, users, that sounds like me, it'll be gone. Okay, the place that you need to save it is in your W number U drive. And then it'll be there for you if you're working on VMware. Okay, now if you've downloaded the VMware so that it's working directly on your desktop, instead of the browser, there are other ways to go about it. But I default to this because this is what the hardest part there is to do with the most basic technology that we've got. And so that's how I work. That's what all of my work in this class is done on VMware through the browser. And I save my stuff on here just like you guys do. Now, if you need to do that upload, you need to go to your Google Drive in here. And this can get confusing. I might have more than one thing showing up here. So I make sure that I can see this is my Google Drive that's on my VMware because it's all the way enclosed. I can make it bigger and stuff. But now I know this is where I'm going to have to go. So Google Drive, verify that it's me. Wherever you're going to, right, you'll put it on that template, wherever that happens to go. Okay? That's what you're going to do. You'll go into here as an example. Well, I've given you where it's going to go. Maybe it'll go, you'll put it in here, or you'll go to wrong class. No wonder. I'm in 350. 301. Yeah, I get that stuff mixed up all the time. What class am I in? There we go. So you can find yours, and this is how it works. You just take a copy of whatever it is that you've got and drag it in. And I'm not going to do that because I'm in Alicia's right now, and that would make a total mess of everything. Okay, but that's how you get it done when you're on VMware. Okay, let's see. Any questions or comments at that point? I think I've gone through it all again, and you can look at the other one too. But if you have a specific question, I'm happy to answer it now. Well, alrighty then I'm going to stop the recording.